Hello everybody. Excuse me. Welcome to Kit10, the beautiful illuminated house. We're going to take it step by step, but I'm just going to turn the lights out first on this. Excuse me. As I say, I'm still getting over my vaccination last Friday, so please bear with me. Right, so first of all, I'll go through the extras that you've got in your kit. You'll have 2 sheets of these beautiful star form Christmas trees and 1 sheet of the borders. Pop them to a side. You'll have your 4 little magnets. You'll have your 6mm red tape. I didn't have enough blue tape to send you all blue tape, but I did have the red. And you will have your lights. So I'm just going to pop these to a side for now. And what we need to do first of all is actually put the trimmings on the yellow, well it's ivory actually, first, because it's a lot easier to do this while it's flat. So I'm using oddments that are left up because I did order only enough for everybody. So I did have to just be a bit frugal with my own. On these, there is every so often, I don't know whether you can see, but there is a wider one. So, oops, I don't know if I can get it off like that. We don't use the odd wider one, but we do use the narrower ones. So I'm starting from the outside, and it is the second one in that I'm using. You can use whichever ones you want, but I just like these. So, oops. I'm starting at the top, and I'm using the dotted lines as a guide. So I'm starting just at the top of the dotted line and just bringing it down to just the corner, which is just above the windows. And I'm just going to cut this off there. I'm going to then do the other side, and again just running them down on top of the dots. It's a really good good guideline, is that. So we've got that like that. I'm just going to put my odd little bits there, and then go on to another one, another strip exactly the same, and we're going to now run it across. So this one, it just wants to be from where you've cut off the other ones, and that runs it just along the top of the windows. And then the other one is on this dotted line under the windows, and I'm starting from the dotted line, oops, at the side and running it straight across. There are really good line guidelines for doing these. So just leave that one to a side for the moment, and you need to make sure you've got this the right way up, because on one of mine I put it the wrong way up. I put the windows that way and it doesn't match. So you need to make sure that they do run in line. So we'll start again now and just put the ones onto the smaller piece, and again just running along the top dotted line and just trimming it off, and again just on the line below the window. No excuse for not getting them straight when you've got these dotted lines to follow. So done those, now going to go on to putting the Christmas trees on. So this is my last full sheet that I've got of these, so I'm hoping I've got enough. And we're using the bigger, not the small ones, but we're using the next size up. And how I've worked it is taking my Christmas tree first. I want to position this near the door, and I'm using this bottom dotted line as a guideline, and just the tip of the tree, get it straight. So if you can see there, just the tip of the tree is at the edge of the door and it is up to the dotted line at the bottom. So I think that's all. No, there's one more on there. So move that out of the way. And again at the other side, exactly the same. Just line it up with the bottom of the door and on the bottom line. Now go on to the full sheet, but you do have enough with 2 full sheets, I can assure you. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, just overlap very, very slightly the first tree. Oops, that's gone a little bit crooked. Oops, let's get him straight. Again, on the bottom line, and just comes up to the outer edge. And do the same at the other side. And just on to that edge. So they just line 2 either side of the door. Then I want 1 that I'm putting just above the window. It's easy to centre this, so you can see there we get it just above the window. So we're now going on to the side of the house. Again with the bigger ones, we're starting first of all on the outer edge. So we just pop, that's not very straight again, that's better. Just on the outer edge, and I work on the 2 outer edges first. So as you can see there, 2 outer edges first, and then the next 2 we're going to position where these middle lines are here. You can see these dotted lines in the middle, I'm going to try and line the trees up with them. So, again, just position it from the dotted line, and so you can see there it just goes to the middle of those vertical lines. Oh, excuse me. It was well worth having the RSV vaccine, but certainly feel a little bit rough for a couple of days. So those are the 2 side panels done. What we need to do now, we need to add the vellum. Now the vellum is cut to size, and that goes on. If you've got spray glue, spray the back of the ivory pieces. It's a lot easier. But on the first ones, I've got them already done, and I did use spray glue. But I'm going to show you them using just the tape. So what we need to do is we need to run tape just down the edges, and because it does turn, you don't need to cut it off there, just bring it down to the bottom and trim it off. You'll notice I've got the non-stick mat of the from Crafts2. It's amazing because look, the pieces don't move. It's wonderful. So the only thing is sometimes they're a bit difficult to pick up. So again, a piece of tape along the bottom edge. And just to hold everything in place, I'm just going to run a piece across the middle. And a little piece just up at the top, under the top window. It just helps to keep the vellum flat. So I'm going to work it now down this side. There is quite a lot of tape to put on, unfortunately, but oh, it's lovely when it's done. So then just trim that off at an angle. So that is all your tape on there. I may as well put the tape onto my small piece while I've got it in my hands. So So again, just run a piece along the top. A little bit in the middle. Just holds the vellum flat. And then we're going to go down sides. I prefer to put the vellum onto this than try and fit it onto the base. It's so much easier to do. And last little piece on the side. And run this piece just down this side. So what I'm going to do is here, whoops, take that off, is I'm going to just, not taking all the tape off, just going to take that off like that. I'm going to take the middle piece off because obviously we can't pull that off once we've got the other side stuck down. But just take the alternate corners off. It makes it just a little bit easier to position your vellum. And now your vellum, you'll notice it's longer one way than it is the other, so you want it so it's the tallest piece. So position it at the corner where I haven't taken the tape off. Hold it down. You may just need to just trim it slightly, but I'd rather have it done like that than not big enough. So just run that all round. I don't think it does need trimming, it's okay as it is. Just pop that to a side with the other one. And then we'll go on to the pointed one, pointed front of the house. Oops. And I'm going to take that bit off, turn the bottom corner off along the bottom and the other side piece off. Now you can decide whether or not you're positioning from the bottom or the top. I prefer to position from the bottom. So again, just line it up along the bottom and it'll just run down. Again, if it just runs out, you could just take your scissors and just trim it off. I've just run off a little bit there, so I'm just going to take my scissors and undercut just down and a little bit down that side. I wouldn't recommend using wet glue as it just may blow your vellum. So that's got those bits, get rid of them. Get it off. So we've now got two of the main pieces followed by two walls. So we're now going to pop these onto our base units. So I'm going to take our base, and you need to, all these lines are scored, so I have just actually folded them slightly, but it's better to do this first before you put your panels on. So we're just working around, so we have the side panel, the two panels either side of the top, the one at the bottom there, and then your flap that goes under here. So we're going to do this first of all with both pieces. As I say, it's a lot easier to do this folding it before you put your top on. You can see it a lot easier. So now we're going to actually put our pieces on. And again, using the tape. So we'll start again at the bottom. Let me move that up a bit so you can see what I'm doing. There is quite a bit of tape going on these, unfortunately, but it does give it a good sturdy finish. And just trim that little bit off there. Run that down. Take this piece, it doesn't matter it being chamfered there. Take it up to the corner, then ease it round and take it up, right up to the point, and then just trim it off. Run a piece along the bottom. And exactly the same as it was before, just run a piece in the middle to hold it down. Oops. And a piece up near the top window. It just helps to hold everything flat. If you wish to use spray glue, that's fine, no problem at all. But you will find that if you use spray glue on this, it'll make it sticky if you're not careful. But as I say, it's entirely up to you. I prefer to join these with the tape. And turn the bottom corner here, excuse me, and the bottom corner there. And what we need to do now is we need to match up the windows. So I'm trying to work out is the easiest way to show you. I hold mine up so I can see through. So you can see I can see through there, and I'm matching the windows and the door up. So once it's matched up, I lay it down, pull my tape out, and that is now all stuck down. Actually, it's slipped now, so that's me that's done that wrong, sorry. Trying to work out a better way that I could maybe show you how to do it. I wonder if I put the lights, maybe put my lights underneath. That might show you. Might show you. So again, we'll pop some glue. Switch that off for now. Put the glue on to the side panel. As I say, unfortunately, if you do add wet glue, it does have a tendency to blow the vellum, and that's the last thing you want on this. Just working around with the tape. It does take a little while to get all your tape on, but it is well worth the effort. So unfortunately as well, I have to apologise that there is no cover sheet with this kit. I have sent you a copy of it. My colour printer is now playing up because I have to add this. I had to print it off through my daughter's computer, and it just didn't want to play ball with me. So I just saved the picture, and I've just sent it as put it on Facebook for you. So you can refer to that to see the name of the dyes that I've used and what the names of the products are that I've used if you ever wanted to get some more yourself. Oops. And let's see if we pop this down, pop the lights on, and making sure that they line up better. You can see, don't think that even helps any better, does it? So turn them off so I don't waste them. It's a case of, I wonder if I put some white paper or white card underneath. Let's see if I can find a bit. It might just work, it might help. So you can, that's better, you can actually see, yeah. If you put white paper under, or white card, you can see, you can line your windows up before you stick the corners down. I should have done that with the other bit, shouldn't I? Bit daft, but anyway, there's only me that'll see that one. So that's one side done. We'll now go on to the other side. So again, we need our tape on. Move that over. And we start again at the bottom, work it up to the corner. Just ease it round and take that down to the bottom, down to the point, and then trim it off. And starting again at this end, so it doesn't matter that that little bit's cut away. So again, take it down to the corner, ease it round, and run it down to the point and trim it off. Oops. And then we just want some pieces along the bottom and in the middle two pieces. And piece there and a piece there. So that just holds it flat. And put the tape on the small piece while I have it in my hands. These would be lovely if you did 2 or 3 in different colours and had them on your windowsill at Christmas or on your mantelpiece all lit up. Be a really nice Christmas scene. Could even put snow on the roofs. It would be beautiful. I shall probably have these 2 on my windowsill at Christmas. Or I don't have a mantel shelf, so I can't put them on that. But I have got some wall units, so I could maybe stand them on there. That's them. You'll see why I sent you a full roll, because you do use a lot of 6mm tape. Right, so let's make sure these are all stuck down. Lift this top edge. Take these middle bits out, off completely. That bit off. This bottom corner and this bottom corner. And this time we'll try and do it so that it's right. So bring it over, put it on the white paper, and you can see here that if I line it up with the windows, that's so much better. The straight this time. It's not like a dog's hind leg. I'm just going to get a drink, bear with me a moment. Oh, that's better. So we'll put the side bit on. And again, just turn the corners. It does if it wants to come off, that's better. That's it. Take the other 2 piece corners off. Again, making sure we've got it the right way up. Again, we're just going to match up the windows and take that down. So those are our 2 main pieces. So we now need to add tape to this and tape. I'm trying to work out which way I did it, but we'll put tape on the side first. I do recommend that you do view the video first, and I will put this in the message because these things that are just better to do in a certain way, in a certain sequence that makes it a lot easier. piece on this side. Just the 6mm just fits nicely on these up to the score line. And just trim that bit up. Now we just need tape on one of these. We don't put tape on this edge, but on the inside we just put tape on either side of one flap. I found that this works a lot better. Don't fret, this was not a full roll, so I haven't gone through a full roll, so don't panic. So I'm going to just join these two together. I'm going to take this side off and line it up, and so we're just lining this up, so we need to line this score line, oops, and there. So then that shows you how it all folds round. But I don't want to join that side just yet because I want to work on this, because I found a different way of adding the lights and the magnets. So first of all, you'll want your narrow little strip of card, and I think actually I've scored yours. I think I did score yours. Oops, that isn't the right one. That is though. And we score them at 1/4 inch, at 1 1/4, at 1 1/2, and at 2 1/2. So that leaves you with just 1/4 inch at the side. And this is going to be for the little brackets to hold your battery pack. Do that like, just fold those over first. Then I'm going to just put a bit of tape on this edge. Whoa, that's gone a bit skew with, but it's all right. And hold it over. Bring that line up to your score line on the other side and just fold it over. So that's all like that, and then I just want to pop some 9mm tape, 2 pieces of 9mm tape on, and then makes it so much easier because then you can get your battery pack out should you need to put a new battery in. It's so much easier. So let's do that. And so then I'm going to pop that one into the middle. Whoa, let's pull that off, so just be careful. I was a bit rough with that. Right, so with this, I want to line this up with this top edge here. So that is all stuck in there like that. Now going to put the magnets on, and you may think this seems a bit daft, but you want to take 2 magnets off out of your pack, and we just want a little bit of tape, and be careful because when you try to cut these with them being magnets, your scissors stick to them. Well, that's one. I've got a bit of tape on this one. Oops, would if I get the sticky side right, wouldn't it? And a bit of tape on that one. So it does take a little bit to getting the tape off, but as I say, if you just persevere, it does not want to come off, doesn't that? So I will persevere and get it off there. That's got it off. So what we need to do is put it up to the edge near your tape. So if you can see that, we want to put that one up to the tip there, just up near the edge. I tried 2 or 3 different ways, and afterwards I suddenly thought, I think there's a better way of doing it. So we've got that bit off, and again just up to the edge like that. Then turn it over and taking your other 2 magnets, you drop them on. Oops, come back. They find the right place. So now we just need again another little bit of tape on, but then we're not doing anything for that, they just need to sit. Put the tape on. That tape doesn't want to have my fingers on it, it's just wiped it off a bit, so let's, that's better. And a little bit on the other one. Just leave those as they are for the moment. Oops. So what we need to do now is we need to join this panel up here. You may think it looks funny that, but it really does work a lot better than trying to fiddle afterwards when you've got the thing, you know, got it put together, trying to work out where it's going to go. This just folds over and lines up with that score line. So we've got that like that now. So this is where we join the base. So make sure you line these side bits, make sure they're tucked in. So I don't take it all off, I just take a bit off, and it just gives you that bit of leeway for positioning. So I've just taken those 2 bits off, and so you just line, if you can see what I'm doing, I'm just lining that up onto the panel, and then just holding that, just popping it in and nipping it on the inside. So again, line it up with the outer edge. So hard to keep my fingers out of the way. It's not hard to do if you're not trying to show it. So you hold it like that, take the tape off, so then that sits like that. What we do now is we take the tape off the magnets, and I found that it's better to take the magnet off first, to take the tape off, hold the side with the sticky on your pokey tool until it grabs. If not, you'll end up sticking your tape onto the wrong side. So again, we'll take the tape off, and when it comes off, that's got it. And again, hold the tape side with your pokey tool and hold it until it grabs. Then all we do, and if you sit it down, you can pop your hands in and just press, so then that opens, and then when you go like that, it fastens. So what I'd suggest, as I say, I'll pop it in the message. You do need to watch the video first, because the sequence of doing this is a lot easier. We're now going to go onto the roof. Now ideally you need spray glue for this, and I'm going to use spray glue, but you can do it if you've got a really good fine nozzle, but there is a lot to do. So if you've got spray glue, use it. If not, you need a very, very fine nozzle glue like this to do it with. Actually, I'll maybe do one with the, well, let's see if I can get my glue out. I don't know whether my glue's going to come out of that, is it? No, it isn't. Right, so let me pop that one back in. We could actually do it with, if you've got the glue glaze, you can do it with glue glaze. So I'll do one with the glue glaze. So it's a case mainly on the outside edges. Try and get definitely on the outside edges. Right the way down. Unfortunately, this doesn't work with tape. I did try to cut it so you could put tape on, but it just doesn't quite work. Oops. And then just every so often just put some dab it over. And so you need the scallops going the right way. If you leave your roof piece folded, you can actually balance this so this goes up to the top and down like that. So I'm just going to wipe this off because I am going to be all stuck up. If not, I have some, I wonder if this bit will work. It might do. Let's see if I can get it all off. That's got it, I think. Maybe not. Let me try again. But this one I am going to do with the spray adhesive, because I do find it's so much better, and actually, as I said, it's so much quicker as well. Right, so again, make sure you've got, oops, got a bit something stuck on there. So again, make sure you've got it up to the top edge. So as you see now, it is completely stuck. So it makes a lovely roof. These two bits need to be tucked in, but they don't need any tape on. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to run tape in two pieces down either side, because this is the fiddly bit on it. I must admit it is fiddly. So just take your time. Should have another reel. So don't try to rush this, because it does need to be taped slowly. So again, you're only running your tape from the inside of that fold line, just down this outer edge, up to the top. And I do this separately. I don't run the tape full length, so I find that I can just ease it out a little bit easier. I did try doing this, and I'm hoping I've remembered that I'm doing this the right way. or whether this was the way that didn't work. Well, it does work, but it's a little bit more fiddly. But I think this is the way that it does work better. And again, let's turn that bit up. And yeah. So we're just working one side at a time. So we need these bits tucked in. And I'm just going to take, no, sorry, I'll take the middle bits, sorry. I'm jumping ahead. Need to take the two little bits in the centre at the top. Just about 1/2 inch. So with where the fold is, you start, you can see you start just, your fold starts at the very top edge of your roof. Ease a bit down as you go and line it up to the fold line until you get down to the bottom. This then tucks in like that. So we're now going to do the other, this side. It's a lot easier to do it this way, but you do need to turn all your bits out to start with, else you find that you can't get at them. Oops, that's got that bit. And oops, I don't want to come off, doesn't that little bit? That's got that bit right. So we've taken it again, take it to this very top point there, line it up as you pull your tape out, line it up with the fold line all the way down, but tuck that edge in as you're going along. So you can tuck that down, go in, and that tucks in. So that is one side of your roof done. Again, you need to pull these back a bit, and starting with the top edge, make sure that's tucked in at the bottom as you get down nearer the bottom. Tuck it under like, whoops, under there like that, and just run that down and take the tape out. And again, this side, if you hold it in line with the fold line, and take it down like that. So that is your roof that's on. Just make sure that, just run it either way, up like that. Now, if you hold the bottom open, maybe just put a pair of scissors, something like that on. Open, move it across. Carefully open your lights. And, whoops. Again, just all we do is we just screw these up. I know it sounds a bit daft, but we screw them up just like that. They don't need to be in any particular shape because they'll move nicely, and then your battery pack then slides into that little slot. You can switch your lights on, turn that over, and your house is done. So that is the one we've just made today. This one was the sample. So I hope you enjoy making these, and please send a picture on and put them on the group. I'd love to see how you've all got on. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next kit, which is the lovely purse box for Christmas. Take care, girls, and enjoy.